The opening day of dove season.
Ryan Rumba joins us live from a local conservation area with more information on the start of dove hunting season. Hey, Ryan.
Good morning, guys. Now, I know you know that I'm not the most avid hunter, so I'm learning a lot this morning. Dove hunting season is coming up, and of course, when I think doves, I think white doves at a wedding, but that's not the case. I'm here this morning in Boone County at Three Creeks Conservation Area. I'm joined by Sean. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. There's lots of bugs out here this morning. Freaking out a little bit.
I know.
These are not like your ordinary bugs.
No, they're big.
These
big
are
bugs.
huge. We are out in the elements this morning, so we're talking about dove hunting season coming up. And like I said, I came out here and I said, are we shooting white doves?
No, they're not the white doves. I said they're a lot like smaller pigeons. Really.
Okay, and I'm from Chicago, so I heard, okay, I wouldn't mind shooting some pigeons. Definitely not.
Cute in on that right away.
Yes. So it starts September 1st. What kind of tips do you have for people to get ready for this hunting season?
Okay, well, one of the first things that somebody's got to do is they got to take a hunter ed class.
Okay.
Because if you don't have hunter education, then you can't hunt with a firearm.
Okay.
And this is absolutely a firearms hunting season.
Okay.
So once you get your hunter education class, then it's time to go get your permits. Now, what a person's going to need to hunt doves here in Missouri is their small game hunting permit and the migratory bird hunting permit.
Okay.
So those two are very important. Now, there are some exceptions to that, though. So if you're age 15 and younger, you don't need those permits.
Okay.
You know,
because you're usually going with a parent.
With that.
Yeah.
And, you know, even if they're hunter education certified, you know, they don't need those permits because they're exempt. But all of those regulations and exemptions are printed right here in the 2014 Migratory Bird Hunting Digest. So,
and where can people pick those up?
You know what? Walmart, Bass Pro Shop, any of those permit vendors, those places where someone would go in and buy their permit, is a good place to pick up their regulations.
Okay.
You could always stop by our office, which is located in Columbia.
Okay, and you said also in this digest, you've got pictures of the doves. I was asking, you know, when you're out hunting, I'm sure there's tons of different birds out here. How can you kind of tell which ones are doves and which ones you should be hunting? You
know, that's the beautiful thing about the bird hunting digest. Well, I mean, and then MDC also puts out fishing regulations, a pamphlet on that. The hunting and trapping regulations, a separate pamphlet on that. And all of these are a little bit easier for the public to read and understand. And, you know, full of colorful photos and that type of thing. So that it does make it easier for people to see. But, you know, right there, we've got 3 different types of doves that we're going to see here in Missouri. We've got the mourning dove, the collared dove, and the white-winged dove.
Okay.
And so there are little differences between each one, and that's why there's a picture of them in the pamphlet.
Yeah, we've got some fake ones here.
There you go. Well, you know, decoys are kind of an important part, and
these do look like pigeons.
They do. They do, a little bit smaller.
In Chicago, we call pigeons rats with wings. That's what we call them. When we come back, we're going to talk about some gun safety, some hunter safety, because it's important to be safe out there. But for now, we will send it back to you guys in the studio.
According to the Missouri Department of Conservation,
I thought it was weather time.
That's coming up. Approximately 33,000 people hunt doves in the Show Me State.
Our director said in my ear, let's go. Ryan Rumba joins us live with a conservation agent to tell you everything you need to know before the season starts. Hey, Ryan.
Megan, it's early. I'll give you some weather. It's a little muggy and buggy out here this morning. I'm here in Boone County at the Three Creeks Conservation Area, and we're talking about the upcoming dove hunting season. I'm here this morning with Sean. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we've already talked about these doves that I thought were beautiful white doves that you have at weddings, but they're not.
They're not.
They're more like
pigeons.
And that's fine with me. So now we're going to talk a little bit about gun safety and how to handle your guns when you're out.
Absolutely. Okay, so the big thing about dove hunting is you got to realize that particularly on opening day, September 1st, everybody's going to be out. And with this weekend being Memorial Day weekend, that's a day off for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, so our conservation areas are going to be saturated with hunters out in the pursuit of doves.
Yeah.
And so we need to spread out. We need to try to figure out where in a field is the best place for that hunter to be, but also try to hit other conservation areas. You know, here in this area, from south of Jeff City, you've got Toronto Springs Conservation Area, Saline Valley Conservation Area. We do have a dove field here on Three Creeks, but we've also got dove management fields at Eagle Bluffs Conservation Area, Diana Bend, Franklin Island, Davisdale, I believe, has dove management fields. So there's a lot of different places for people to go.
Spread out.
Spread out.
All over,
All over the area.
Okay.
But then when they're here on a dove field, it's really important that they spread out themselves.
Right.
Because if I were dove hunting, I would want you to be about 20, 30 yards that way.
Yeah.
You know, because that gives us all a safe zone of fire.
Okay.
I want to make sure that when I'm swinging my shotgun in your general direction,
I'm not standing here.
Yeah, I don't want to get out of my zone of fire and actually shoot towards somebody,
Yeah.
you know, that's down line from me.
Yeah.
Another thing to remember is that all of these fields, most of them are square fields.
Right.
So there's somebody over on the other side of the field,
Yeah,
too.
you end up facing somebody
Right.
in some,
So if I've got a low-flying bird coming in this way and I shoot straight across, there's probably somebody over there.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
well, we've got a gun here, so you're going to show
Absolutely.
me, because everybody knows I'm not too comfortable
Well,
with
you're doing great. You're
I'm getting
keeping
better.
the muzzle pointed in the safe direction. You brought it up and over, and that is the best, most important
Okay.
rule that we have.
Yeah, we practiced a little bit, but you told me to hold it up here.
Yep, right there in that soft pocket.
Okay.
In between your shoulder and your chest.
Okay.
Okay, and then take your left foot, bring it out a little bit. Good.
Okay.
And your strong foot, your right foot is back, and you're going to lean into that shotgun a little bit so that when you pull the trigger and it goes bang, you can absorb that recoil.
So I'm not flying backwards.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
losing your balance.
Right, yeah. That's a good tip, definitely. I'm not going to shoot this thing this morning.
No.
No way. But when we come back, we're going to talk about some hunter safety, what to wear. We've got some bright orange behind us, but for now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Missouri's dove hunting season runs from September 1st through November 9th.
Ryan Rumba joins us live from a local conservation area to show you how to prepare. Hey, Ryan.
Good morning, guys. And what you didn't know this morning is that I've got this week's edition of Sunrise Style. I'm here this morning in Boone County at Three Creeks Conservation Area, and we're talking about the start of dove hunting season, which starts September 1st. I'm here this morning with Sean. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm looking stylish this morning.
You've got to add the hat.
Oh, of course.
You've got to.
Because it matches, right?
Indeed.
So we're talking about dove hunting season. It's coming up.
Indeed.
Always important to remember hunter safety, though,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
so tell me about it.
So, on top of making sure that you know where your muzzle's pointing and not shooting in the general direction of other hunters, I like to see hunters, particularly around a dove field, wearing some articles of hunter orange.
Okay.
Now, it's not like deer hunting where they have to wear a hunter orange vest and hat.
Okay.
But anything that allows other hunters to know exactly where you're at. Now, the bang, bang, bang of a gun generally does
Right.
kind of let people know where you're standing. But just the same, having that a little bit of hunter orange, whether it's just a jacket, a shirt, a hat, anything, is going to help just make that distinction between you and that background. Because most hunters, dove hunters, are just wearing a little bit of camouflage.
And this
Just
helps
like-
protect from the bugs. I could have used this a little
That is a
earlier.
bug jacket, yeah. You know, that's when you're
Running around and trying to swat these bugs away, so this
Indeed.
helps.
So that helps. It kind of helps keep the mosquitoes and ticks off a little bit.
Okay, so dove hunting season starts September 1st.
It does.
There's some things people have to do to get ready.
Sure. Probably the most important thing is to make sure that they pick up their dove hunting pamphlet.
Okay.
Because they need to know what the bag limit is. They need to know if there's any changes in the season and what permits they need and who needs those permits. Again, we had said that you need your small game hunting permit. If you're 15 or younger, or if you're 65 and older, you don't need it.
You don't need one.
But anybody that's age 16 and older needs a migratory bird hunting
Okay,
permit.
and where can they pick those up at? And this pamphlet?
Pick up the pamphlet permits at any of our major permit vendors. Bass Pro Shop, Walmart.
Okay.
You can stop by our office. And you can also print this off and buy your permits online.
Oh, perfect. Nice.
So it's very cool, very handy, easy way to go. Again, here's a couple hunter orange vests. You know, so good things to have. The little dove decoys are handy. You know, so that if you're on your dove hunting field, you could clip these on an overhanging piece of weeds or out in the field on some sunflowers. Kind of clip that on there, and it just, I don't know. I think it's more for hunters than
Yeah.
it is for the birds, but
you got to get into character.
I
You got to
think
get
so.
you got to
I
get in
think
your
so.
in your character here. Well, thank you for having us this morning.
no, thank you.
Thanks for teaching me all this stuff. I'm ready to go dove hunting.
Yes, you are.
Maybe. With this cool outfit, how could I not? For now, we'll send it back to you guys and have a good dove hunting season.
She's got the look down.
Yeah, looks
That's
good
for
on her.
sure.